Alright, so instead of your usual top-down tutorial, I have a vlog style video for you guys today. So building Gunpla on the go. It's one of those things that just because you can doesn't mean that you should. But if you, like myself, have found yourself in a situation where you have like absolutely zero time to build, or zero time to build at home at least, or maybe you have way too many distractions at home, maybe building Gunpla on the go might be an option for you. So given my current circumstances, I have found myself in a situation where it'd be much more efficient for me to build here, outside of the comfort and safety of my own home at a Starbucks. It's not as bad as it sounds. Thankfully, I've had a peaceful building experience here. However, if you are considering doing something like this, like building your kit like at a cafe or something, do this at your own risk. There's a number of things that you have to consider. Keep in mind, you are at the mercy of whatever establishment you are at. And of course, all of us have our own way of building our kits, so all of this may or may not apply to you. I'm just gonna show you how I did it. Before we head out, there's a few things that you are gonna need. Arguably the two most important things that you need apart from your Gunpla and your manual is a big bag, and second and most importantly is a tackle box. Basically this plastic container right here, preferably one with removable dividers to accommodate those longer parts, or if you want to store tools and your parts in the same container, or you can just get a separate plastic container for your tools. How big you want this will depend on how many parts your kit will have. The one I have here is suited for most master grades. If you're going to be working with high grades, a much smaller one might be better for you, because what we're going to do is we are going to segregate every part here by the order of they come in the manual. Like say page this has parts for this section over here will be placed on this divider and whatnot. I would highly recommend that you have your parts refined and ready for assembly in this container before you head out. I mean, it's not impossible to refine and sand your kits outside of home, but among the other things that you have to factor in of the place of your choosing, you gotta have a place that has a table and chair on a balcony. More on the establishment later. Luckily, the kit that we will be working with today will not need any sanding, as it is a special coated kit, so we'll just cut out the nubs and make them fall into the container as we assemble it. And we won't be doing the whole kit, just the armed armor DEs, just to show an example. But if you had your kits refined and ready to go for assembly, this is going to be a real breeze for you. However, I still recommend that you still bring your toolkit, because you never know, there might be a tricky part in the assembly where you'll need a pair of forceps or tweezers. Now let's talk about where we're gonna build. Pick an establishment that is in a well-mannered area and that doesn't get too crowded or noisy. Some place that you are familiar with and that lets you stay for an extended amount of time. And of course, above all, safe for you and your kit. So essentially, any place that you can read a book, like a cafe or something similar. Or in this case, we're gonna be doing it at a Starbucks. The most ideal spot would be right at a corner with a couch, electrical outlet, and a bathroom nearby. Place your things down to assert your dominion over the spot you've chosen, so you can go down and buy whatever food or drink that you may prefer to assert said dominion. Because we are using the space here that belongs to the establishment, we have to be respectful, so you really do have to buy something, at least a cup of coffee. Once you're all settled, put some headphones on, put on your favorite music, and start building away. What's good about having a tackle box like this, and why it's so important, is that when you need to take a break, like go to the bathroom or for whatever reason stand up, you can just put the parts back in, close it securely, and go about your business. And then just come back. But yeah, again, you are at the mercy of this location. You're not at the safety of your own home, so as much as possible, do not leave your things unattended. If you had a companion, this would be so much easier. Because truth be told, throughout the entire thing, I had a great building experience, and in actuality, I was able to accomplish a lot since I didn't have any distractions. However, the biggest drawback to it was the fact that going to the bathroom was a crisis, as it was a process of putting the parts back in the box, putting the box in the bag, looking at the bag while I'm going to the bathroom, and if there was somebody in it, I had to keep watch of my bag the entire time.
I don't know, I'm just really paranoid that way. If you can trust the location and the people around it enough, then great. But yeah, anyway, once all these conditions are in your favor and you're just building like there's no concept of time or reality and you are just one with the universe, maybe getting lost in the music that you're listening to or the ambient noises around you, you were not worried about what happened earlier today or later on in the day, what's going to happen tomorrow. You were just there in the moment. Just caught in the therapeutic bliss of building Gundam. Believe me, this is what it's about. Only to be interrupted by the short bursts of panic and anxiety over the fear of your things when you go to the bathroom. The best part about it is that you can always go back to this place. Because in reality, this place is wherever you are, comfortable, by yourself, just building your Gundam, with not a care in the world. Anyway, so after you're satisfied from what you've accomplished, or the establishment closes, whichever comes first, pack up your things, make sure you've not forgotten anything, clean up if you've made any kind of mess, subscribe to my channel, make sure your tackle box is sealed and secure, make sure it won't break or break open while it's in your bag, and you should be all set to go on your way. I know this isn't your regular Gunpla tutorial, but I hope it's helped you in one way, shape, or form. And if there's something you want to see or if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below and leave a like if you like this video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.